Hi friends, welcome back to Whiskey and Whit. I'm Whitney, and today's video is going to be a bunch of Dollar Tree DIYs. This time of year is when people are having people over and you're worried about your decor. So here are some simple ways that you can do some quick DIYs on a budget that will make your house ready for all of your Christmas or just holiday guests. So stay tuned. Many of you commented on my home tour that you wish that you had the time or the energy or the eye to do the things that I do at my house. And one of my main goals with this channel is to show you how you can use a lot of the strategies that I use by shopping at the Dollar Tree, by DIYing things, and really just make your home a place that you really love coming to. We're only having one party at our house this Christmas, and we have just like decked out our house because we really like being in this space. So I hope to kind of inspire you to do that as well. So let's get into the DIY.
First up is this gorgeous farmhouse window pane that I made out of these frames. They had a beautiful rustic kind of whitewashed feeling on the outside. So I purchased 8 of these so I could make 2 windows, and I started by popping out the center. It was just hooked by hot glue. And then I took my hot glue gun and hooked these together to one window, so 8 in total. And I just put some hot glue on either end and held it. And I was worried that it wasn't gonna hold up, but literally all the seams, it worked out perfectly to just hook it with hot glue. And it was literally as simple as that. And I was so excited for how these turned out for $8. They look so farmhouse, and they really helped round out the different vignettes I have in our bedroom for Christmas. Up next are these kind of retro looking clothespin hangers, and these are not anything new. However, they're so cheap and so easy, and they really fit with the farmhouse vibe everybody's loving. So all you need is to grab some clothespins, pull out the metal spring, and then start hot gluing them back to make little prongs. Then you can start by making a cross and gluing it all together, and then taking 4 more pieces and putting them into the little creases of each part of the cross to make a snowflake. Now you're going to end up having a little hole in the center for string later on. Now some I left just the unfinished wood of the clothespins, others I painted white. This one I hung on our hutch just like an ornament, but there's a lot of different things you could do with this. Insert it into garland. You can also just have it be an additional piece of decor in your home. To be able to get 6 snowflakes out of one Dollar Tree packet of clothespins is amazing. Up next is another super easy star that I just love how it turned out. So I took these large popsicle sticks and I ended up creating 5 long pieces that were 3 popsicle sticks long. Once I had those 5 pieces, I arranged it into a star to get it right where I wanted, and then I used hot glue to set the corners. If you have an extra set of hands, that might be helpful because things started moving on me, but I ended up figuring it out by the end. And then I set the different touch points with some more hot glue. And then I painted one with the crimson chalk paint from Waverly, and the other one got 2 coats of white Waverly chalk paint. I just added some string, hooked them together, and hung them from a nail hole I already had. And then the third one above the hutch with the bar sign, and it just really filled out the space up there. And another star. I'm loving stars this year, but this is a jute twine wrapped little star, and I started with these miniature tree toppers. And the first thing I did was pop off that spring piece because you weren't going to need to hook it to anything. And then I used some hot glue to hook one end of the jute twine to the star, and then I just started wrapping. You're going to go around each point of the star until you get each edge covered, and then you're going to start going across in sort of an X pattern until you cover everything in the center. So you can do it as full or as not full as you want. You just want to be able to cover that glitter because it's a stark difference if not. And then I took a dot of hot glue on the back and set it. They can go in 3-tiered trays, they could go in vases. You could do a lot of different things with these, but they're so simple and easy to create, and I love how they turned out. Up next is this candy cane wreath with some buffalo check mesh. So the wreath form is from the Dollar Tree, and I ended up getting the mesh from Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree definitely has mesh, but they didn't have the buffalo check, and when I saw this on 50% off sale, I got it for $5 and I ran with it. But you're going to use the same thing, same method if you're using Dollar Tree items. So you start by taking the floral wire and hooking the mesh to the inside of the wreath, and then you're going to take each piece and push it up through each row. So you basically have 3 loops, and then you're going to twist the back so it doesn't come undone, and then go up again with 3 loops. Twist, 3 loops, twist, 3 loops. Once you get through the piece of mesh, because mine were shorter because I had to cut them in half, I just hooked them with some more floral wire and continued on. If you're using a full roll from the Dollar Tree, you won't have to stop as much as I did. It was just because I didn't want to use that whole roll, so I cut it in half. You're going to repeat that step over and over until you get to the end. You could alternate red and white. You could do neutral colors. You could do just burlap. You could do a lot of different things with this technique. And I also have a burlap wreath tutorial if you want some more in-depth instructions on how I made this wreath and the technique of looping it up and twisting it. This is hung on the pantry door in our hallway leading into our kitchen. And then I also added some strips of the Dollar Tree buffalo check scarves and this cute little ornament from the Target dollar spot to round out the look and tie it into the other rooms of the house.
A lot of these items that I'm DIYing you saw in my home decor tour, so if you've missed that, I will link that up in the iCards as well as down below. Also be sure to check out my full Christmas playlist because I've got a ton of videos on how you can decorate your home on a budget for the holidays and beyond. I hope this video inspired you. If it did and you recreate one or all of these projects, be sure to take a picture and tag me in it on Instagram. I love sharing viewer pictures and things that you guys have created, and I love connecting with you over there. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, it is Whiskey and Whit. I share a lot of behind the scenes stuff as I'm creating projects, things like that. You can kind of follow along there. I also share some more things about my life and my family, so you can check that out if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe down below so you don't miss any Whiskey and Whit videos I have coming up in the future. I'm so thankful for you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!